Hello, everybody. Getting on towards 10 a.m. local time. Sunday morning, the 10th of December, 2023. There's Dee Dee sitting over there. Oops. And I are sitting here enjoying a very pleasant sail. The last few days, actually the entire trip pretty much so far, has been very frustrating weather-wise. Right now, the wind is blowing, surprisingly enough, from the northeast. About 12 knots, perhaps a little bit more. In a few minutes, I'll go outside of the cockpit here and shoot some outside boat sailing video. So, stay tuned for that video clip, which will be after this one ends. Okay, as promised, here we are a few minutes later, and beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. See all the white caps out there? That just started. That's primarily a battle between two different currents, because the wind has not increased, although looking at the sea state with all those white caps, you think, oh man, it's got to be blowing over 20. Well, still maybe reaching 15, certainly nowhere near 20. Just the tidal current and the Agulhas current, I guess, doing battle with one another. So it often makes the sea state a little lumpy, bumpy, choppy, chunky, although now it's not too bad. Might have just been a smallish area of conflict. And for this, using two head sails to go almost dead downwind, I think we're carrying the apparent wind at about 165. I thought I'd try something different. So, there's the good old trysail instead of the staysail. They're about the same area, but of course the trysail is made from heavier fabric and really designed for stronger winds. And because conditions here are so unstable, I don't know from 1 minute to the next if it's going to be blowing 5 knots or 20. And my staysail is only 6-ounce fabric. I had to have it repaired there in Queenie because it got a little torn up. And the trysail, I believe, is 8-ounce. It's made for a 36.5 Beneteau, I think, is what it says on the bag. I got it on eBay. There we go. 36.7 Beneteau. Was virtually brand new. Bought it for real cheap. Probably 25% the price of actually having one made. And it works very well on the boat. I had to put the grommets and hanks on the loft so it fits the groove in my boom. But I had all that stuff on board already. Didn't even have to buy new. I can only hope, we can only hope, that the beautiful conditions continue consistently. We're a little more than 200 miles from our next waypoint, which we will have to turn more to the right or slightly more to the west to head towards Richards Bay. From that waypoint to the entrance to Richards Bay, it's about 350 miles. We've got about 200 miles to get to the waypoint to make the turn. So about 550 miles. These conditions could easily make over 100 miles a day. Did have a few runs over 100 miles. I think the biggest one was 128 miles. And actually, with all the jogging back and forth, it was probably more like 135 miles actual distance traveled. But I just go straight line, noon waypoint to noon waypoint, and measure that distance, because that's the distance made good towards our objective. Anyway, I hope you all are having a good Sunday. We're having a great Sunday. I mean, look at that sky. Very clear. Only a few clouds out there in the distance. Nice wind. Now that we got out of the lumpy bumpy, the seas are pretty steady and not very big. So the sailing is wonderful. This is why people like to sail small boats in the big ocean. It's for these kind of conditions. Nice, peaceful, easy sailing. Not too big a seas. Enough wind to drive the boat at a respectable speed, depending on its size, of course, and type. I know my friend Tim, with his high-performance aluminum catamarans, would probably be making 2 to 3 times our speed right now. But since I don't have $400,000 to invest in building a 50-foot aluminum catamaran, I'll just put up with my 36-foot fiberglass monohull, somewhat overloaded. Bye for now. Okay, folks, here we are, getting on towards 2 o'clock in the afternoon, local time, on Sunday, the 10th of December, 2023. So just a little bit later in the day than the previous video. Thought I'd come back after and get a little shot of my dead downwind sailing rig. So there's the Yankee, sheeted out to the end of the main boom. And this storm trysail, of all things, held out to windward with the spinnaker pole. It would be really great, beautiful smooth sailing, wind's not very strong, 10-12 knots, but unfortunately we're getting this errant swell pattern in from about over that way, northeast. And when those waves come in, they just roll the boat like crazy. The ones that are coming from astern don't cause the boat to roll. Like right now, it's pretty steady. But that little guy right there coming in more on the quarter from about 150 degrees apparent to the boat direction. Oh, those little wavies get us rolling a lot. Fortunately, it's not constant, but it is annoying. It means got to hold on all the time up here on deck. And also, there we go, back aft. Beautiful, near cloudless sky. Beautiful sunshine, it's warm. We're moving along. 4+ knots, probably a knot worth of current helping us. We're pretty much right on our course line to the next waypoint. So that's it for this Sunday for now. Bye.